Emmanuel Macron has arrived in Beirut for his second visit since last month's devastating explosion that killed nearly 200 people. The blast prompted the Lebanese government to resign en masse. Now Macron is spearheading attempts to bring change to a country rife with political instability and corruption. Euronews' Lucia Riera has more for us on the French president's mediation in the Middle East.
Emmanuel Macron keeps pressing for the formation of a new government in Lebanon, received by President Michel Aoun in his second visit to the country after the explosion that killed 190 people almost a month ago. The French president insisted in the urgent need to implement political reforms. On Monday, Parliament gave the task to diplomat Mustafa Adib, appointing him as the new prime minister in record time to chart a way out of the country's worst crisis since the end of the civil war in 1990.
It is not for me to either approve or denounce it. It was the Lebanese sovereignty that was at stake. But to make sure that it is indeed a mission government that will be formed as quickly as possible to implement the reforms in the service of the Lebanese people.
Macron's deep engagement in Lebanon has been equally appreciated and criticized. As a gesture, he started his trip by visiting Lebanon's national symbol, Diva Feirouz, seen as a unifying figure in the country, to end the day meeting former Prime Minister Saad Hariri. Macron's agenda continues this Tuesday with another visit to the neighborhoods devastated by the explosion and his participation in the celebration of 100 years of Lebanese nationhood. Lucia Riera for Euronews.
Well, for more on Macron's visit, let's go live to Beirut to speak to journalist Carol Malouf, who's on the scene for us. Morning to you, Carol. What does President Macron really want to achieve, and how's he trying to engineer that?
Well, as you mentioned in the package earlier, he's here for the centennial. Today marks the 100 years of announcing by the French mandate back then Greater Lebanon. But he's also here for political reasons. While during his previous visit on August 8th, he gathered all the political parties around a round table and gave them an ultimatum. And obviously that ultimatum has worked. Yesterday, all the politicians before Macron's visit came out in a consensus to nominate Prime Minister-designate Mustafa Adib. So this shows that the ultimatum or the plan that President Macron came with in his previous visit has been had been enforced by the international community on the local parties, and especially those who are on both sides of the opposition group. So we see Hezbollah and Mustaqbal movement coming together, joining hands, as he had asked them to do previously, to nominate a prime minister for the country. This has been really unprecedented. In previous times, it took months and months for the political parties to come together and agree on a name. So let's see what he has to offer more in terms of the tangible steps that he has asked for the political parties to perform in terms of political reforms and economic reforms to get the country back on its feet.
Carol Malouf, journalist, live in Beirut. Thank you very much.